we'd like to welcome you
to a little place that we think is really cool.
Let's talk about the music, let's have a laugh.
You already know what it is.
It's The Plug.
Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. You already know who it is. So why are we still singing this? Let's get on with the Plug Podcast.
Hello.
All right. Okay.
If you didn't know who it was, I'm Josh Taylor.
And I am Diego Barraza.
And we're on the Plug Podcast. I think I'm supposed to say that part first.
It's okay.
And we are here with special guest.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is S.MILES.
Hell yeah.
S, Mr. Miles, S.MILES.
Whatever
Was
you.
Mr. Miles your father's name? Or?
Please call me S.
Okay, great.
That's awesome.
S. Welcome to
more personable.
the Plug Podcast. It's an honor having you here.
First, I guess, teeth mascot to have on the podcast.
Yeah.
So
What do you
there.
refer to yourself as? Because Josh said teeth mascot. I don't know if I agree with that.
I would say maybe.
I think you're more than that.
Yeah,
I would
right?
say teethy self-help guru, cult leader, inspiration, dance icon.
Do you like purposely stray from the word oral or?
I'd like to keep a PG rated show.
Yeah.
Only swear if we need to. But that's
interesting.
pretty rare.
Yeah, that's like is that like it's not like a cardinal sin, but it's like frowned upon.
It's frowned upon.
And in S.MILES, I presume frowns are a no-go.
I think so. Frowns are not good.
I think saying that word hurts your feelings, right?
Yeah.
Don't bring up the
sorry, the F word.
Can you please turn that frown upside down?
That's what we like
okay,
to say,
great, that's good.
Should we play
the?
Should we play
Oh
some
yeah,
music
let me
together?
play this first song, and that it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah.
What would you like to plug about yourself?
What would you like to plug about yourself?
Oh, okay. Like how would I describe S.MILES?
I mean, you already did a pretty good job at I think
Introducing yourself.
sentencing it.
Well, I would say in terms of the music I make, it's 80s dance music with synth and sax and stuff like that to better your mental and dental health.
Mental and dental health. That's great. That's great.
Very exciting. And what have you been up to recently? What's been happening in the S.MILES world?
Yeah, so I'm recording a bunch of singles at the moment. So in the latter half of 2022, we kind of, we're just testing out this thing because it's a bit of a different project. So a lot of,
It's an oddball.
it's not just like come see a band or whatever.
Yeah.
It's come see a kind of a show or a concert or whatever. So we're kind of testing out what kind of works, things like that, put out a song. But now at the moment, we're kind of really...
Settling in.
settling in.
Would you say that the teething issues are through with?
I would say so. There's still a little cavities to be filled,
Okay,
but
all right.
do
we're working them out.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
We're only like 4 minutes in.
Yeah.
Too many teeth bugs.
Strap in. All right. Strap in.
God.
I've broken him.
Bit off more than I could chew.
So was it only the one single that you've released so far?
So far, yeah. So that one's called Today's the First Day of the Rest of Your Life.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And it's
Sure.
kind of an ode to self-help books,
There you go.
self-help
There you
advice, that I personally like to give on to other
it's
people.
nice.
So if somebody was in Newtown that fateful day where a giant pair of teeth, some giant set of teeth was holding a sign that said today's the first day of the rest of your life, now you know why.
Yeah. How was that experience recording that music video? Because like obviously you were out in public in your outfit, but
you were putting yourself out there.
Really. I hadn't fully grown into my teeth yet.
Okay.
Made by Daisy Knight, from
plug.
formerly
Plug.
Dweeb City. Okay.
we got the plug counter.
Where is? Yeah. I've accidentally renamed it to just .mp3 because I just do that every week somehow during the podcast. So you guys pad while I rename
I like it.
back.
I'm going to start referring to a tick as .mp3.
.mp3, yeah. Whenever you get a plug, it's just got a .mp3.
A .mp3 of approval. Yeah, so this was made by Daisy. So I hadn't had this yet, but when I was in Newtown that day with Lies, who filmed the video,
Yes.
it was kind of a lot because people are either used to just seeing something for half a second in Newtown and walking right by it.
Yes.
Yep.
Or people are really stopping and taking photos or beeping at me or yelling abuse that I can't hear in my
People
teeth
actually
mask.
yell abuse?
Yeah, out the car windows. It's just like, obviously we keep it PG.
Yeah, we keep it
course.
PG.
So they're like, you flippin' idiot. That's not very nice to say.
What? Why?
Okay, look, I don't know about everybody else, but I would argue that somebody yelling out of their car at a pedestrian is a bit dumber than somebody wearing an outfit of teeth.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I if you're like hanging out the window, honking your horn and yelling abuse at somebody, like look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Like,
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Look in that rearview mirror and you won't see yourself, but
No.
look up a bit higher. So
you know
can
they
see
probably had
yourself.
shit teeth anyway. So
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Some people I think are a bit too embarrassed to ask for help. So when people are giving,
Exactly.
I'm aware that I can give toxic, unsolicited advice. But that said, doesn't mean you shouldn't take it.
No, not ADA approved.
Yeah.
No.
But a really funny thing that happened during that shoot. Well, it's actually, I say it's funny. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
Here we go. And now I have to cool down the laughing as we ease into this
Because
bit.
we were kind of filming it guerrilla style, like we just went and filmed it. Someone thought we were filming them like because they did something wrong and came and attacked the camera person Lies during the shooting. They didn't make it into the video, but they full on like put their hand over the camera and were like, "Get out of here! You can't do this! You can't film people!" Yeah, it was
Did
hectic.
they miss the person dressed as teeth?
I think
It's
so.
all about you, though. It's not all about you, you know?
I think so. And I was also across the road
Yeah.
in a mask that, I wear publicly.
You're like, did we get the shot? Did we get the shot?
I was across the other side of
You
the road.
didn't
I
see
had
anything.
no idea, so I
Yeah,
couldn't go and help or
Yeah,
anything.
that's
but
frustrating.
yeah, they got attacked. So
Well,
that was a lot.
I thought we were past this. you
Yeah,
know? I
I
thought we were
past-
past abusing people just as teeth on the street.
Yeah. Well, apparently not.
Apparently not.
You know what? I'm happy to be the person to break the boundaries.
Wow.
That's why
Wow.
these are kind of made of pillowy
There you
things
go.
now. Bit of body armor.
Yeah. Just in case a German Shepherd comes and attacks you.
Absolutely.
You're ready.
Yeah.
Would actually work pretty well, like, I don't know, as armor. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Fire a gun at me right now. I dare you.
Go on,
I dare you.
Let me just get my
Mate.
Glock out of my bag.
You ain't
Alright,
never-
you ready? Oh, that's funny.
Oh my goodness.
So, what was the reason behind starting this project? Like, obviously, this is who you've always been, clearly. Just because it's like surgically attached to your skin and whatnot. So,
Yeah, so I have been preaching mental and dental advice for the past 30 years now, writing a lot of books and everything, but only recently forayed into music
Yes.
and dance music
Yeah.
as a way to like better, dancing really helps the soul.
It does.
So why I kind of started it is for a few reasons. One is I just had been making music myself in other ways, but wanted to, try something on stage for a
Yeah.
while as a front person. And I also couldn't sing. I can sing a little bit now. I've been trying.
that's good. Practicing.
But yeah, I thought I can just yell self-help advice or stuff about teeth and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So a bit of safety net. It's a bit silly.
Yeah.
The other reason, I guess, is I don't know. I just think it's
wanted to
funny.
do it, yeah.
When you get an idea, you get an idea and you just can't like.
I just think it's neat.
Yeah,
I
I
was
just
at
think
the
it's neat.
time getting all these TikToks that were drilling teeth, like dentist TikToks.
Dentist
Set-
TikTok's a thing. Dentist talk.
Yeah, set to like Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar. So it's like this really graphic imagery set to like really happy
Dancey.
music.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought, you know what? Music really goes with the things that I'm trying to say over
Yeah,
the past
I
30
see,
years.
I
So
see,
Absolutely.
I'm back. Yeah.
So it was actually a foray into a TikTok scroll that
Yeah.
that connected the dots for you.
Absolutely. And that was all my algorithm It's still all my algorithm is. It's just teeth.
It
so
did
fun.
exactly what it needed to. You know, it bred creativity.
All right,
It-
I'm gonna interrupt real quick.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I forgot to even mention this to you before we get into it, but we do a thing called the lightning round here.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the lightning round can happen at a random time throughout the podcast, which it has right now.
It's happening right now.
We've got a list of ridiculous questions that we're just going to fire your way. Some of them have answers, some of them don't. Basically, just have to give an answer of sorts.
An answer. It doesn't have to be right.
And pretty well, you've got a minute just to answer as many as you can.
As quick as I can.
As
Okay.
quick as you
okay.
can.
we'll
And
alternate asking you questions.
this
So,
episode
okay.
comes out before the last episode we recorded, but
right now.
spoilers for the last episode was recorded. That person has got the new record, which is 23. But we will keep it a secret for now who they are.
Okay.
But the record to beat is 23 questions, which is pretty impressive.
Pretty-
In 1 minute.
In
in a
1
minute.
minute.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got to
Get the lightning round music going, I
This
reckon.
might be a bit loud. I'll turn it down if I need to.
I'm joking, it's not too bad. All right, I'll go first. And
I've closed
my
it.
goodness.
Sorry, let me.
Blunder.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
no, we're back.
Turn it down a bit.
I'm on
turn it
edge.
down a bit. Okay, sweet. All right, I will ask first. Diego's gonna get the timer ready. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. What's the furthest distance you've ever traveled?
10 meters.
Sauce in the fridge or cupboard?
So, fridge.
Is life really hard, or are you just not trying?
Both.
What's your coffee order?
Long black.
Summer or Winter Olympics?
Winter.
What is your favorite Christopher Nolan film?
Inception.
What is your opinion on alternate reality theories?
Sure.
What is the
Nice.
superior citrus?
I don't know what that means.
Adrian or Marcus?
Marcus.
What is your
nice.
favorite media to purchase music through? Tape, CD, vinyl, streaming, etc.
Bandcamp.
Oh, nice. Star or angel on the top of your Christmas tree?
Star.
Nice.
Name your firstborn child.
Abraham.
Oh, nice. What music does your favorite dinosaur vibe with?
S.MILES.
Decimals or fractions?
Decimals.
What's your go-to in scissors, paper, rock? And why is it scissors?
Rock.
Would it really be rude not to?
Yes.
Drake or Josh?
Drake.
What can a guy do to get a bite to eat around here?
Pay.
Who's your favorite band in Sydney?
Sorry.
Who's your favorite band in Sydney?
I don't know. Such big water.
Best
Oh,
generation
nice.
of Pokemon.
Oh. Yellow.
Oh, that was good.
The yellow generation.
Wow. I don't know.
That was pretty good. You got a total of 20 questions correct.
That's
Which is
more.
good. That's still...
Wait, they're correct?
Oh, well, you answered them.
I will say, I'm pretty sure out of all the lightning rounds we've done, I'd say that was probably like the most like
That was pretty clean. you know?
strictly answered. You know what I mean? Like it was the most cleanly sort of like people who just go poo poo. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
See,
So-
I don't cheat. I even
no.
asked you to repeat some questions.
Yes.
so-
Yeah. Well, that's important.
Question 8, the one that you missed was, which is the superior citrus?
Oh. Tangerine.
Oh, so you had a lot more time to answer then. I like that. You really put thought into it.
That's important for somebody so into teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. And sometimes it's not about how quick, it's about how much.
It's about the quality.
Yeah, it's about the quality.
The
answer.
depth.
The depth of the
of the
answer, yeah.
answer.
I have a lot of depth. This music is very personal.
Well, I think it'll be a good time now because you've planned something for us, which is pretty exciting.
Yes.
A certain meditation, I've been told.
Okay.
It'd be nice to cool down from what we've just done.
should we like what kind of vibe would you like to set? I have some music that you've set to accompany us with. Is there anything?
Should we just
do
follow
with
your
the-
lead?
I think so. So what I would like, should I introduce what we're going to do?
Yes.
So we're going to do something called laugh meditation. Okay. And
You're already doing well.
you're doing great. You're doing amazing. And what it is if you're having a bad day or a stressful day, or if
You
you're
were
angry
saying.
or something like that, the best thing you can do to change your mood, lift your spirits, is to laugh. So
Awesome.
what we're going to do is we're going to laugh together. I'm going to tell you how to laugh. First of all, we're just going to laugh as long as we can together, and I'll change it up a little bit.
Okay, cool.
So should I press play on the music?
That's the first thing you got to
Okay.
do.
all right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready?
I think we're
Maddie, will
ready.
you be participating in the laugh meditation? Okay,
Yes.
cool. Let's do
That would be great. The more, the merrier.
is this a eyes open kind of meditation or is this a?
Eyes open as big as you can.
Oh,
Okay,
I
so,
like that.
So
It's
people
changed-
driving, listening to the podcast can join in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. All right, I'm gonna press play on the music. Are we ready? Here we go.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to laugh together
Okay.
on the count of 3. As loud and as long as we can.
Okay. Loud back a
Maybe
bit.
step back a bit. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, goodness me.
Keep going. Okay. Now get really quiet. Now just a couple of little giggles. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get really low,
Oh.
and then we're gonna get really high,
No?
but in a PG way, so not in a drug way, in an high amount of endorphins.
Endorphins, yeah.
Okay, so here we go. And now, just one more thing I want to do. It's maybe if you can laugh and make your best goat sound or farmyard animal sound at the same time, okay?
Laugh and barn animals.
As if you're a goat or a pig or something.
Is llama acceptable?
It's acceptable. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Do you feel better?
Yeah.
I feel good.
I feel pretty amazing.
Well, I'm very glad.
Should we fade the
Wow.
music? Oh, yeah, nice. Good job.
Yeah.
Wow.
That really...
That really reset. You know,
Yeah,
like-
that really
sweating
just
a bit.
clears your brain out a little bit, doesn't it?
I was having a really awful day before that. So thank you for sharing this laugh moment with me.
It feels like my whole life before that moment was a lie.
Yeah.
Anyone else feel that? Anyone else feel...
Could I tell you something?
Yeah?
Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Wow. That's magic.
Roll credits.
That is magical. That's
Yeah.
magical.
Well, I guess we should polish this off quickly. Just with I know there is a certain other person in your life that helps you a lot with your music. I think their name's Tim.
Okay, all right. So,
Let's get the Tim out of the bag. I
well,
think.
okay. So Tim Cheeseman, right, is this person that looks like me. I just want to put this on the record. It is not me. Okay, it's not me. This person used to be the head of the Church of S.MILES, along like my underling, you know.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've kind of resigned in disgrace and are going on the attack. So,
Oh.
look, even though I don't think badly of them, I just want to say they're a problematic person. But I actually still support their projects
Wow.
too.
Wow. You know, that's separating the art from the artist.
Oh, yeah,
Is Tim a ding-worthy plug?
I would .mp3 Tim. Yeah.
How about I'm going to press ding and in post we'll just make it quiet.
Okay. Oh, yeah, really quiet ding.
Yeah, cool.
That's a good ding.
Well, yeah, what does Tim do?
So Tim
What's
is
Tim's thing?
Well, Tim's like does a lot of things, videos and stuff like that. But also one of the big projects that Tim does is called Round Hay Garden Scene that is currently ending. So
In retirement, right? Going into
sad.
retirement.
so three albums, couple of LPs, and now at the moment he's
Who?
just releasing. Yeah, he is doing that.
That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just trying to put myself in their shoes.
Yeah.
Well,
I
yeah,
feel
I
that.
mean, like, as somebody so connected to the astral plane, I can understand when you project yourself onto others.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he's putting out 4 albums this year
Jesus.
of demos
That's so cool.
from the last 10 years that he's been doing the project. So yeah, they're pretty cool. I try and keep away from Tim. I think he's problematic.
It's a shame that of all that stuff that he said, probably.
But creative partnerships
Yeah.
sort of
You gotta
break
do
up
it.
sometimes.
It's
so
true.
it's tricky, but I would plug that. Yeah.
And it isn't the Round Hay Garden Scene, isn't that the like first ever recorded thing or something like that?
Yeah, so it's like the first celluloid film ever made,
So
which is
sick.
like shot on one camera in real time.
And it's only like a few seconds long, isn't it?
It's a whopping 2 seconds long. If you've got the time, listeners.
Roundhay garden scene.
The Roundhay garden scene. It's
Cool.
a pretty interesting thing. So at the time, I think Tim wanted to make music out of samples to kind of create films out of like sounds.
Yeah, cool.
And that's when he realized he invented radio, something that's been around for a really long time. So, it's real deep.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
right.
I love that.
Anybody else you'd like to plug while we're here?
Oh, like people.
Yeah, shout out to anybody.
Any shout outs that you need, basically. Any plugs. Anyone you think that the people need to look into.
Some musicians I've been vibing in Sydney. I
Yep.
would say Tokyo. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'd say Dr. Robot.
Oh, yeah.
Dr.
Love me
Robot's
some
cool.
Dr. Robot.
Playing the Bad Friday event that's coming up in April, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
He comes all the way from the future, often every week, twice a week
Jeez.
sometimes, from the year 9 million.
Wait, is the future like really boring or something? What's the go there?
I don't know. He spends a lot of time in the year 2023 for someone from the year 9 million.
Yeah, it must be
Weird.
bad in
It
9 million
must
or
kind of
something.
be crap.
I think so. Yes, I'd plug that. Maybe Terrificus.
Ah, good plug. I do love Terrificus.
Sandwich Magic. Who else? I mean, there's just so many people to plug. But
There is.
Yeah, they're some of my favorites in
Hell yeah.
Sydney. Yeah.
Wow.
Fantastic. That's good.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, is there anything else you'd like to leave this segment off with before we move
else
on?
you'd like to say about S.MILES?
Yeah, hit us with it.
I just want to say maybe that a dirty grin is a life filled with sin.
It's true. It's true. We got these toothbrushes from S.MILES as well, guys.
Plug
Diego's going to
S-MILES.
flex them right now.
Look at that. You
Damn.
just take it out and then you pop it back in. It's a travel toothbrush from S.MILES. I will be taking it on my honeymoon. Thank you, S.MILES. And now,
You're
if you
so
wouldn't
welcome.
mind, pick a number between 1
Also
and
shirts.
15.
Ooh, 11.
11. 11's a good one. I think
Legs
we don't get
11
We had
coming up.
Here's number 11 from Jack Hawley. Welcome
Back.
to the Plug Podcast segment 2.
Segment 2
where
of the
we got
episode.
nothing but smiles and smiles and smiles here with S.MILES.
Yeah, we're talking through big smiles right now because
Big grins.
we're really excited to talk about an album that S.MILES has plugged. Isn't that right? We got a song for this as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll play
Ooh,
the song.
the song.
Here we go. Yeah.
What?
What album are you plugging today? Yeah!
I think that song is mastered slightly quieter than the other ones, and it really bothers me every time.
We definitely need to go back and remix, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a remix session.
Remix. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, perfect.
But yes, what album are you plugging today?
I would like to plug Will Power's Dancing for Mental Health.
I'd like to bring up the fact that Joss only noticed about like 3 o'clock today or something that Will Powers was a pun.
I didn't only notice then. I just said it took me a while. Like I got like 5 songs through, and I was like, "Well, I think I got to the song Will Powers," and I was like, "Oh right, I get it."
The way you said it, you were like, I just noticed that Will Powers is like Maddie's
Maddie's
nodding.
got it.
Maddie's got Maddie's pouting and nodding.
Look, it's okay. As long as you've got it now
Yeah,
and it
exactly.
can enrich your life now. Yeah.
Just wait till I tell you about S.MILES.
Wait, what? No,
I'm going to put this toothbrush away because it's so much fun to fiddle with and it needs to be away from me.
but yeah, tell us about Will Powers, Dancing for Mental Health.
Okay, so Will Powers made this one and only album
Yep.
in the 80s. And it's almost what I do without the teeth, but way better.
Okay.
Do you think the teeth are holding you back?
Well, I think the teeth, people are like, oh, so you make music about teeth. It's like, no, well, also
Mental
about
and dental.
mental and dental.
Yeah.
Emphasis on them.
Do you give any rental advice?
I should.
Expanding
Yeah,
Mental and dental and rental.
Yeah, there you go.
the advice. Don't.
Oh, that's nice.
joking.
That's good. That's the bit. We just wrote the bit. That's good.
But yeah, the album is amazing.
Yeah, it
so
is.
it's Will Powers, who is also this photographer Lynn Goldsmith, who used to photograph like Andy Warhol,
Yeah, I
all
do
these
know
like
the name.
musicians. in the 70s.
I
and 80s.
was gonna ask because like obviously Will Powers is a big pun, but I'm like his name's not actually Will Powers, is it?
No.
Because I thought maybe he was like born for it or something. You know?
Amazing. It would be
Oh,
amazing.
That I wouldn't. Yeah, interesting.
I'm sure there's someone out there called Will Powers.
Maybe
you know?
he's just a guy trapped in willpower. Well, it's willpower's trapped in some guy's body.
body.
right?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. But yeah, it's all you know, kind of self-help tapes set to dance music, produced by Todd Rundgren.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
That's so sick.
And it's like features people like Meatloaf and Sting and all these people.
I thought that was Sting. I was listening to it, I'm like, this guy sounds like Sting. Yeah.
It is a really funny album because, like, you know, when I just saw the title, I saw the like all the song titles or whatever. I assumed it was it'd be just pretty straightforward, similar to like your kind of music, but I feel like it was kind of a bit different than I expected. Like, and some of these songs is like stories, you know, there's like things happening and like real deep conversation.
It's like people like couples who are married getting advice and making up on the dance floor, or people, you know, saying how they found Will Powers and kind of like testimonials about this mysterious like self-help figure. It's quite funny, but I also think the way it's done, it's actually I actually find it quite helpful.
Yeah, it genuinely is uplifting, I think.
I think the fact that just quick note, aside from all the conceptual and contextual genius of it, it sounds really good for 1983. It sounds really, really good.
Absolutely.
You know? It's one of the best sounding albums I've probably ever heard that has like 18,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. You know?
That is a bit like sad. But like, you know, people who have found Will Powers have found Will Powers.
Yeah.
And here we are.
One thing I would like to say about it is you can still so Will Powers has a website and has all these like blogs about self-help and things like that. It's very, very old school.
Cool.
But if you email it, occasionally Will Powers still responds and gives you like personalized advice.
Damn, that's like what do you call it? Cameo, but you know, old-fashioned and cool, and you don't have to pay heaps of money for it.
Well, yeah, I think Eddie Van Halen did a similar thing.
That's fun.
When he was still around, he just answered people's questions on forums and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, some celebrities are, you know, subscribe to cool stuff like that. And some people just prefer to be like, I don't exist. Frank Ocean, I'm looking at you, mate.
Yeah. How do you guys feel as like, you know, doing the plug? You must get a lot of questions. Like, do you feel like at some point you're gonna be like, guys, I'm too big for this, or you want to be in touch?
Always in touch.
Yeah, I think I'd like to always be, you know, if somebody sees me and they want to say hi because I'm so famous, you know, I'll say hello. I'll say what's up. I'll say like, no, I could never, you know, all that crap. Yeah.
If I get recognized in public, immediately like, no, I'm joking.
What about you?
Well, it's only happened once that someone said, "Hey, are you that teeth comedian?" And I said, "I'm not a comedian. I'm serious."
Yeah.
It's only happened once, but that was really nice.
That's fun.
At just a bar or something. But you know, I think in general, I try and keep a distance from my followers because, you know, like I've been doing this for 30 years.
You don't want it to get to your teeth.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes you just gotta the plaque out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Well, I mean, like Will Powers, who, you know, like how does somebody come up with something like this, you know? Do you know much about like the, you know, I guess like the lead up to the project or how it was received at the time? Or?
Well, I think it was big it kind of coincided with like MTV getting big as well. So a lot of the music videos for Adventure in Success and Smile and things like that got like really big on that. And I guess as the main person, it was it's Lynn Goldsmith's album, so it was her like conceptual like album, but the fact that it had a lot of like features on it, I think it was actually pretty big at the time. But these days, kind of like it just kind of got lost for a while. I think it's had a resurgence from Spotify and things like that.
I was gonna say, like, having that many like people on an album in like the 80s is kind of unheard of. You know what I mean? Like, people don't have like, you know, featuring and like, I mean, obviously this isn't like features or anything.
It's also
like,
the variety from Meatloaf to Sting.
Yeah, it's just cool to have like a lot of people in the room for like sorry, there's a hair on my mic. A lot of people in the room to, you know, just to like bounce off, get it all together, and I think that's why it ends up coming out so like, mwah, you know,
Absolutely.
chef's
And
kiss.
It's absolutely like such a danceable album.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's really, well, what matters to me as well as it sounding good is it's really funny.
Yes.
But it's actually not like, it's not really saying any obvious jokes. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
being like, this is
Being a bit
the
silly.
concept.
Yeah. They do not stray from the concept in a way where they try to like make jokes that are outside of that realm. It's all very like atmospheric in a way that music that is usually described as atmospheric is not. You
Yeah.
know? It's within its own realm. It is very like, I guess, 1983 MTV dance synth pop stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This would be pumping in the clubs.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
But like that's the thing. It would be funny to like hear this in a club because you'd be like dancing or whatever, and then there'll be like an argument.
Yeah,
from
between
a couple.
I'm over
and
you,
you're like,
Linda.
Wait, what?
I would love that. There's plenty
would
of
be awesome.
arguments on the dance floor. So even if
Exactly.
it's not that song, just give two people a mic.
Exactly. It's honest dance music. You know. When
Honest dance.
Because like sometimes maybe dance music tries to like hide the facade. Like, well, we're all fine, guys. We're doing fine.
I
But
see.
combining it with like a real
real
open-
life troubles.
Yeah, real life troubles. An open. It's like very open, and I guess just it's like glass. You can see right through it,
Yeah.
but still enjoy it for what it is.
Yep.
And you come out the other end like feeling like, oh, I've learned something.
I will
you know?
say, in reference to what you said in the last segment, it does feel like music you can watch. You know what I mean? This album does feel like it is playing on.
Yeah,
like,
I imagine
on
the music videos are really sick.
They're very cool, very like CGI computer generated.
Love that.
One of them, Meatloaf sitting on a couch watching a TV, and it like has animations on the TV like, "Are you in control of your life?" and
God.
things like that.
I will be looking these up.
Yeah,
and
that's so cool.
Will Powers often wears this silver kind of spacesuit with like silver hair,
Yeah.
like reflective silver hair. It's amazing to watch. Yeah.
Really reminds me of that other album. Not you, but your friend Tim plugged to me a while ago. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Pepsi one.
Oh, Negative Land.
Negative Land's like.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called, but why is it commercial is on there and all these things?
Such a like obviously they're different albums, but like I got a lot of the same similarities. Like it's all like really weird and interesting music with like speaking a lot of like talking over the top of it and stuff like that. I just think it's a niche genre that doesn't get done enough.
Well,
you know?
that actually leads into my next question for you. How on earth did you come across this?
Oh, that's a good question. I think
Because correct me if I'm wrong, you're not 50 years old to the day, are you?
well, no,
wow, this
I'm,
is 50-year-old album,
I'm
I think.
67
Yeah.
in May.
Okay, that makes sense.
But
Are you the same age as my parents? No. Yeah. No.
yeah, I think we go way back.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think you're the same age. You're pretty much the same age as
Yeah,
my
we were
parents,
dancing in the clubs
Yeah.
back in the day to Will Powers.
In Chile.
How did I come across it? Well, I think Tim, who like, I don't want to keep mentioning Tim's name because we don't
We're
get along
past him.
anymore, But I think Tim showed me this. Tim has this project called Smut Machine, which he cuts up all these VHS tapes and things like that to edit into weird things, like a lot of old found footage. And one of them was all these music videos from MTV on a VHS tape. So I saw that and was like, what is this? And then turns out it was also one of the songs was in an episode of that show Master of None. So I saw this and then it kind of came up on my Spotify as well. And
It was reaching for you. From the sounds of
was.
It was looking for you.
when you need, I guess when you need help will always find you.
Help arrives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It came out on 1st of August, so it turns 40 on the 1st of August this year.
Wow.
40?
Yeah.
40.
Do you know, this, I don't know when this is coming out, but maybe a week ago, it's the 40th anniversary of Blue Monday by New Order.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The best drum fill of all time is that that's what I remember seeing on your story.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is a fucking iconic just beginning to a song,
Absolutely. I know I just derailed away from
No,
Will
no,
Powers,
we
but
love to derail.
to New Order and Will Powers, I think there's
There's
crossover.
similarity.
Yeah. There's a Venn diagram there.
Yeah.
Could you possibly, oh, actually, something I want to talk about is it's like 43 minutes long and there's only 8 songs.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it's a bit of a,
some long songs, but still keeping it condensed, which I love.
Yeah. 8 songs of just, dance synth pop magic.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, do I have a favorite? Well, I would say Smile is one of my favorites.
Makes
Has
sense.
a
Why is
lot
that?
of. Sorry?
Why is that?
I don't know. I think it resonates with me personally.
I see. Yeah.
But
I don't quite get it, but sure.
it's fair enough.
You didn't understand his name was a pun, so it doesn't surprise me.
Wait, what?
But I do like that one because it has a lot of great storytelling, but it's kind of sung and it feels really raw. Like to the end of the album, it's just really big.
yeah.
But I like the more Dancing for Mental Health. I think is like great because that's the one with the argument and Will Powers is giving advice throughout, and they kind of find out how much they have in common throughout the song.
Yeah, it's like pina coladas, but through dancing.
Yeah, like the
song Pina Colada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like, listen to that song. I thought it was so funny. Like they're having a conversation about the baby, and she's like, "I'm having a baby," and he's like, "But this is our decision." And then she's like, "You really feel that way about me?" And I was like, "What am I listening to, man?" I'm listening to like a couple, like literally sort their problems out to dance music.
Yeah, the Adventures in Success is such an interesting opening track because it doesn't give you quite the whole picture of what it's going to be, what the next 7 songs are going to be. And then the second song really like nails the concept down and says like, this is what's up. We're all going to dance and we're all going to like it and we're all going to feel better at the end of it.
Absolutely.
I love Kissing with Confidence. That one's just funny as well. Like they're just going over like how to properly like, kiss and stuff like that. But like, with like good dental health and stuff like that.
Absolutely. That is important too. You wouldn't want to smooch a mouth that's not well maintained.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, I think my favorite was probably Happy Birthday.
Yeah,
I think for a song so like that's like at the tail end of the album, it really grabbed my attention still. I think just the whole story.
That was one of the weirder ones.
And I think
like, where's this going?
the way like the vocals stand out compared to like the rest of it, because that one is a little bit more sung, like it has like a hook and everything like that. So I think that really drew me in.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that one as well because it actually is like probably the only one that really acknowledges that there is a problem, like a problem that you can't control, like getting older and aging and death approaching. You can't change that.
Well, there's a whole line about there's like sometimes you just got to wake up and accept the fact that you're dying.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, that's depressing.
Yeah, he's like, what the hell, man? Like, I thought you were trying to cheer me up.
What a great thing to tell me on my birthday.
But he's like, well, think about it this way, like, maybe like think about, you've passed all this much of your life, but you still got this much to look forward to, So
it's all very.
I do love just it is all like funny and a joke, but at the same time, like the stuff he's saying is like, it makes me feel a bit better.
It did. I genuinely I think once the song Driving for Mental Health came on, I think I really started let myself get into it and let it actually try affect me in a way that was like, I'm going to try and let this bring my mood up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was listening to it while I was working, so it's never good.
Absolutely. There's one other one though. I mean, the whole album we should say is quite toxic. Like it's obviously very toxic, but I think in a way that is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like the one song All Through History is like there's all these people throughout history who like Julius Caesar had epilepsy or Beethoven couldn't hear anything, but Beethoven still composed symphonies and everything like
and
that.
Caesar still dominated the planet. And,
and it's like, just like get over your people are allowed to have problems, and it's a bit ableist.
That was what you posted on your story. I was on the walk here where you found that little alleyway that was like, I was sad about not having shoes, then I met a man with no feet.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was in Katoomba over the weekend, and it was just down this dark alley.
That gives me big Katoomba vibes.
Yeah, it was quite. I don't know. In general, particularly like through COVID and everything like that, people are like, it's so great to have all this free time, or it's so just like trying to manifest like oh, this is actually great. Like these awful like not acknowledging that,
fact that, this
a
is
bad thing that's
a
happening.
pandemic.
yeah. And particularly if you are comparing yourself to people who are worse off and being like, oh, well, it's like, oh, the people who are maybe worse off are like, oh, thanks.
Yeah,
toxic
Far out.
positivity,
Yeah.
which I learned was a thing about a year ago.
But yeah.
Didn't realize that was a term that existed.
Yeah, I think it's about, obviously you got to be happy for like, the things in your life
That
where
you
you're
should
at,
be
that you
happy
should be
for.
happy
You
for. But
shouldn't
you
be
still
happy
got to
about-
acknowledge that, like, a lot of the time we're at a much higher place of privilege to speak from. Just being able to sit here and speak is like a thing of privilege. So,
Totally. Well, you know
puts into
what?
perspective.
No amount of positivity can be too toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to look at
That's
it.
positive, right?
Right? Wait, what? No.
Oh, goodness me.
All right. Any final words, remarks, things you'd like to say about this album before we have to move on?
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah,
Listen
I
to
mean,
it.
that's what most people say when I ask that question.
Yeah.
They just like to double down. Just listen to it.
Just
It's
listen
good.
to it. I think like it is a window into this kind of, like you said, this niche little genre that exists out there.
Yeah.
That is really, I mean, and it sounds like, as I said, great.
Yeah.
Sounds really good. It's
And I
very-
think if you like S.MILES, you'll like this.
yeah, and if
vice
you like
versa.
this, you like S.MILES.
I think so. I was very annoyed to have discovered it after starting this.
Oh, really?
Like starting
Ah,
making
yeah.
music, but at the same time, very thankful.
Yeah.
So I was kind of doing a similar thing. So I'm very thankful to have heard it
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah. Big
that's awesome.
inspiration, yeah.
Exactly.
Similar, but different.
Yeah, exactly.
Teeth.
Teeth. Yeah, it didn't even get into the teeth game here.
No, not really. It had that one song, but besides that, no.
Dancing for mental health, sure, but what about the dental health?
Yeah, dancing for
That's
dental
all I'm
health.
saying.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There
What
you-
about?
Well,
All right. You get to pick another thing between 1 and 15
that isn't 11.
or 7, because everyone always says 7.
8?
I think that's happened a few times as well.
I think people usually go towards 6 rather than
Yeah.
It's
So
interesting.
yeah, interesting.
Here it is. Welcome back to the plug. What the hell is that? What the?
Wow.
Joss was frowning. I've punched him in the face, and now he's smiling. Wow, look at that.
That's
yeah.
great.
Welcome
It's-
back to the Plug Podcast, everybody. To the last segment, unfortunately, with S.MILES. We are going to be playing a game, and
Yes.
we have a song assigned to this game that we will listen to introduce the game.
Geographonics. Geographonics. Geographonics.
So as you can see, that song perfectly outlined the rules of the game, and we will begin now.
All right, let's
Joss,
go.
All right, right into. No, just kidding. So yes, Geographonics. If you didn't know how the game is played, essentially, I've used this really fun website. Have you ever heard of Radio?
Does it
Have 5
a lot-
O's.
Oh, no,
It has
no,
a
no.
lot of O's. It's
no.
really cool. So basically, it gives you a map of the world. Boom, like that. You can go around and click on all the different countries, and it will basically just play a song from.
well,
that
not
country.
all the countries.
Yeah, some of them don't work because some of them don't have music, I guess. No, not true. But some of them don't have accessible music that we can get into and stuff. But it's really cool. You can go back to like the 50s all the way through like decade by decade.
Cool.
So I did pick a decade for us to choose from today, the 80s.
Love
I
that.
feel like it would fit nicely.
Suitable.
So
Very
all the
suitable.
songs that you'll be hearing today are from the 80s, and I basically chose 3 random countries. It's not I spice it up a bit, and then I've gotten a clip from a song from that genre from that decade
Nice.
from that country
Yeah.
that I'll play a clip of. Well, usually I've got I cut them down to a minute, so I'll play like the first 30 seconds and then turn it off, and then next 30 seconds, and then
yeah, cool.
you can listen through it.
All right.
Some really cool stuff, some really fun stuff.
So
and
it'll be-
the way it's scored. So if you get the country correct, which is really hard to do, it's happened twice. Shout out to Maddie, shout out to Sammy Constantine. 3 points, 3 whole points.
Okay.
If you get a
Nice.
neighboring country, or usually I'm a bit lenient when it comes to this one. If I feel it was a good guess, it was close to the country, I'm happy to give away 2 points. And then if you get the
Dos.
correct continent, I'll usually give you a point.
All right.
Anything else?
Zero
Okay.
points. Zero.
I'm so good at this stuff, but I might pretend to be dumb. Like, just in case.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
Lure me into. Oh, by the way, it is a versus.
Yeah, Diego versus S.MILES.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, from the 80s, it's really exciting. I'm really excited to get into these. Should we just go song number 1?
So let's go with song number 1. Josh, can you? Oh, never mind. They're numbered. Okay, here we go. Song number 1. Here we go.
So cool.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, fun one.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. So we will get another listen, but
Yeah, any first thoughts? Anything coming to your mind?
I mean, obviously there was some microtonal stuff going on in there. So that sort of
very groovy.
it puts us towards the east, I suppose. Is that reasonable to say?
It depends east of what.
I don't know. What do people usually mean when they say the east?
You're the one that said it. Man.
Yeah, I guess so. I should probably start watching all those old American Western movies.
Yeah, around that way somewhere.
Yeah, the east.
Yeah, microtonals, I'd say, like, not Western countries. So the east is probably a good way to say
Or
it.
the north or the south, also acceptable.
Yeah, north or south.
I don't know. I'm hearing a bit of the beat kind of is a bit Africa,
Yeah, for
So I don't know.
There's a lot of places in Africa.
There is.
the problem.
So what? A neighboring country is tricky,
Does Africa have the most countries out of any continent?
It'd be up there. I think Asia is technically the most countries for a continent. Sure. Off the top of my head. I don't exactly know.
Well, I don't know if I have any countries I could name that I think just as a draft response, but yeah, I mean, I really don't know. Wait, let me say.
I'll get up a map of. I'll get Google Maps open.
Yeah,
for you guys.
maybe a map of. We should get a globe. That's what
we really need a globe for this
We
game.
really need a globe. So I'm looking around here. What's neighboring like your Sri Lankas, your Indias and stuff? What's neighboring there? Where am I?
Sri Lanka and India border like Bhutan, Nepal, Pakistan.
You see, I was thinking Nepal. I feel like I always lean towards Nepal. I don't know why. I think it's because
Nepal favored.
big mountain make monkey think of country. That's probably why I lean towards Nepal.
I'll let you have
That's just my draft response. That's just my draft
All
response.
right, should we play the next 30 seconds?
All right, let's do it.
Your
Here we go.
I'm not sure what instrument that person's playing, the string one, but
sounds like a
he's
guitar.
shredding, bro.
It sounds like an electric guitar.
It could be an electric guitar.
So I've had some new thoughts.
Okay.
I think I'm going to move away from Nepal. I think I'm actually going to go more towards Philippines.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think because it just has that little bit, because this is the 80s, so it's quite, it's a little bit in history, but it feels like it has like a little bit of like Spanish sort of drum to it,
What is S.MILES thinking?
I don't know.
It's tough.
I'm
toughie.
still leaning away from there. I'm thinking like a South Sudan or something.
I fuck with it. I fucks with it.
So I don't know.
Nah,
I don't
that's all
know.
South Sudan's a pretty good guess. Oh shit, that's actually a really good guess. No, I got nothing. I think I had to stick with the Philippines.
Philippines, and we've got South Sudan locked in.
Sure.
Okay, sweet. I can reveal Diego will be getting no points today, unfortunately.
Okay.
Am I feeling kind? I'm feeling kind. I'll give you 2 points, Tim.
Wow. Who?
It was an island nation, the island nation of Madagascar.
Madagascar. All right.
Pretty fun one. I
Wow.
didn't. Yeah, I just was like, fuck it. I clicked on Madagascar, and that was the first thing I got.
Dang it.
Slapped.
Yeah, wow, that does slap.
Yeah.
That's great. I need this track list.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
The next one I'm really stoked for you
So
guys
it's a
to do.
solid 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah, 2-0
favour.
so far, but it's all right. Diego's come back from worse. I don't actually know if he has, but let's just say that.
Probably. Okay, so shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah, song
that-
number 2.
Is that the vibe?
I'm happy to get into it. Let's get right into song number 2.
Ze heeft haar kussen meegebracht, is in mijn bed gekropen. Ze zegt dat ik niet bang moet zijn, ze heeft de deur gesloten.
That's all we got for now.
Banger.
Wow, okay.
This one's tricky.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fun one.
There was a couple of rolled R's, but it felt like there was a bit of like a Scandinavian sort of language, maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
He doesn't know.
enough. I don't know enough about countries and languages to
Same.
That's what the
No.
game's all about. you know?
That's the game. Hey, you got to play the field. Got to play the table.
Absolutely.
Got to play the table.
I feel
Thoughts?
like at this stage, I'm like, if you have somewhere, I might try and go really far away from that. That's
okay,
my aim of the
sure.
game.
Makes
at the
sense.
moment.
The contrarian approach.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know where I'm thinking. I could go something like crazy, like, you know, something like more Baltic or something like that. I could go like nah, I don't know.
I was like, are you going to drop some countries? What's going on?
Nah, I'm
Not
not.
even
Not yet.
huge.
It could be though. It could be like a Poland or like a
Got the map.
Yeah.
yeah. I actually don't mind my Poland's. It's
Map
Get an
available.
Eastern Europe vibe.
yeah. Let's have a look around here. So what am I thinking? Belarus also on the table.
Yeah.
Moldova.
Ooh. Okay.
That's speaking to me. I don't know what language they speak in Moldova, but they are speaking.
I'm pretty
to
sure
me.
Romanian.
Interesting. I don't know what Romanian sounds like. Ooh, Romanian.
Romanian's very like, it's like the leftover romance language kind of like, it got split apart from the rest, you know?
I'm gonna say Algeria.
What?
Yep. just
Do
a
we-
little bit down.
Do we get to listen
Algeria's-
again?
Yeah, we're gonna listen to the next 30 seconds of the song.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, put the next 30 seconds. Just letting you know that's where Algeria is.
Yeah, I know. It's like, but it's just across the water. I'm gonna play this.
Yeah, I'm still dubious.
I'm pretty sure they speak Romanian in Algeria.
Ik hoor hem vloeken op de trap, dat hij haar nek zal breken. Dat alle vrouwen kippen zijn, dat zij nog veel moet leren.
The way
Love
it
that
comes in
bass.
on just a bam, bam.
Yeah, it's so sick. Do you want to look at the map at all? I'll map you up inside.
I mean, I'm thinking at the moment of going more somewhere like Finland or something.
Yeah, going
But
hard.
it's that I just can't. I can't pick the voice,
Yeah, it's a tough one.
hard.
and that music's not like. I know it's 80s, but it's timeless.
It's not
Yes, it
culturally
is.
identifiable because of its.
You didn't say you'd be picking music that's timeless.
No, you didn't say that.
I didn't say I'd be picking bangers. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I'm gonna stray. Just
Do you want to go Algeria?
can I metagame? The way you reacted, it's not Algeria.
Sure.
Okay. I might go with Moldova. Is that crazy?
I don't think so. Because it could be somewhere like lower, and it could even be somewhere more like Turkish or something too. But it's not. It's not quite. I just can't pick it.
Yeah, I can't pick it either.
Or can I?
Hey, I'm gonna go Moldova.
Okay, Moldova.
I'll go Finland.
Finland
sure.
and Moldova have been locked in.
God,
Maddie's going to guess. Mystery guess.
wow.
I love Estonia. That's so sick.
Very
Damn,
close
Estonia's
to
good.
Yeah,
Finland.
Estonia and Finland.
Yeah.
Right across the water.
Okay.
I would happily handshake and give everybody a point.
Okay, it's in Europe.
It's in Europe,
Yeah.
correct. It was in fact the Netherlands. Deutschland.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
We should have Holland, the motherland, if you will.
I picked a few guys, but yeah, that's all right. Everyone was like leaning towards the east, but it was more on that west side.
Yeah, wow. It didn't give me that west vibe. You know?
Yeah, to me it sounded like really French, which
Is
is
that
like,
what Dutch sounds like? Yeah.
which is kind
That's
of
kind
what,
of, yeah.
what Dutch is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's like snake sandwiched in there, you know. With
Is
Belgium.
it like the Portuguese of
Sure.
of what languages did we say? French and what?
Because
other
I'm
one?
pretty sure,
German?
I think it works in Belgium. Like half of them speak French, half of them speak
Yeah,
German. I don't know
both
how it
of
works
that.
in Norway. Not Norway, Netherlands. but-
Netherlands, it's kind of like, almost sounds like German, but a bit silly. Yeah.
Did that sound like silly German
It
to you?
did a little bit. It did a little bit. It sounded like silly goose German. Yeah.
but sung really beautifully. so it's
Yeah,
hard,
was really-
it's really hard to tell.
Yeah. Well, I guess we got to move on, but the score is 3-1. One now that Maddie's in the ring.
So
With
basically,
a 1 round handicap, I guess.
here's the stakes right now. All right, so you've got a comfortable lead.
of 2 points.
All you got to do is hope that Diego doesn't nail it right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he gets the money, then you need to at least get a point to equalize. And
Yeah.
if there's an equalization, I'll go fuck myself probably.
yeah.
Got nothing prepared.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'll find something to do. I've got radio on my phone, so yeah.
I guess
High
we're going to the
stakes.
next one.
All right.
Last
here we go.
song.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
We're all doing so well.
Yeah, we are.
Thanks.
We're doing good.
Thanks.
Tú me dijiste caridad que te cantara, que te tocara algo sabroso y guarachón y complaciente, ay, por lograr lo que tú quieres ahora te toco un rico son. Huele, Ana. Mi son cubano es muy fecundo, rico y sabroso en nuestra gama musical. Bailalo suave.
The stabs.
Damn. Yeah, the stabs, the horn stabs.
Damn.
In that kind of, and then like it was like horn stabs, but there was also like some like electric piano, like droning, like pedaling stuff.
Yeah.
Some Alberti bass stuff going
The
on.
next
the
30
piano
seconds
there.
are even cooler. But like,
Oh,
I
shit.
don't want to
Okay,
spoil
all
it.
right. Well, okay. So it's in Spanish, right? I
Yeah, it sounds
it's gotta be
South America
It
somewhere.
gives me South America
yeah.
vibes. There was a country name dropped in the song. I noticed.
I didn't know.
I don't know. I
hope
don't know.
it's not the country.
I mean, I don't want to put my money on it, you know,
Yeah,
because in
that's-
case it's not,
it has
because like
happened before.
I will say, I can't speak Spanish. I can't speak Spanish. I can't speak. I cannot speak Spanish. All right. The thing is about South American and Latino people in general, you have to understand, is that we love looking at other Latino countries' women and going, they're beautiful, and just completely ignoring our own. That's like a deeply rooted in the culture.
What was the country?
It was Cuba.
Ah,
Yeah,
true, true, true.
he said Cubano, which means, you know, like I guess like of Cuba. So he could have been talking about like, you know, this Cuban woman or something like that. I didn't hear any other words except Cubano.
Interesting.
It is interesting. He also could have been talking about the cigar or the sandwich. So
It's also like
up
a
in the
style
air.
of music.
There you go.
Cubano.
There you go. There you go. All the
three.
music.
All three.
All the
Yeah.
country. Or yeah, who knows? Who knows? So
Cigar sandwich.
I think it's definitely like a Latino. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be. But what country? I guess maybe we'll find out. Here we go.
Can I have a look at the map?
Yeah.
While we
Yeah,
listen.
yeah, go for it. Okay, here we go. The next half.
Cadencioso, y en el montuno tú lo gozaste, ¿verdad? ¡Cha! ¡Oh!
Yeah, sorry.
I'm playing that shit at my wedding.
It's dope.
That shit
So
rocks.
good.
That shit rocks. Yeah, wow. La, la, la. How many countries in Latin America are there enough people to have a gang vocal section?
Wait, what? I'd say all of them, right?
Yeah, probably.
There's probably enough people in all those countries to have a gang vocal.
Look,
section.
Cuba is like, it could be Cuba. It could be like us.
Makes like yeah. I don't know. Do Australians write a lot of songs about Australia? You know, I don't know. Like, would you write?
This is
it's tricky.
Australia.
Yeah.
I come from a land down under.
Yeah.
which doesn't exactly say I come from Australia. So
Yeah.
But he says this.
Yeah.
This is Australia.
Yeah. Okay.
someone can lock.
I don't
Cuba.
know.
Cuba's
Well, look,
allowed. It's,
I mean,
it's
you-
on the board.
It is on the board. Yeah.
You have discovered this information. If you want to lock it in, that's okay.
It's a tough one.
Do you want to lock it in, or are you
I don't
thinking?
know.
Are you not thinking Cuba?
Well, no, I'm thinking around there. I'm thinking if it's not that, maybe it's like Colombia
Well,
or something.
The thing is, it gives me island vibes. I don't know how many other countries are listed. Like, how many other island Latin America countries are there? Could you help us out on that one? Or
Haiti, Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic?
Haiti speak French, but
Yeah, they do. And so does Haiti.
I mean, like I would say a lot of these countries are kind of on the what do you call it?
So you get
Snake down. I'd say they give off island vibes. but
central.
despite not
I
being
don't-
islands.
You know what?
There's Jamaica.
I'm
as
gonna
well.
go out on a limb and say this sounds more South American than it does Central American. But it could, because I feel like for some reason in my mind, Central America is a little bit more separate to the Spanish. So it's either South American or like straight up Spain. Nah, Spain in the 80s. Nah, disregard. I think it's definitely South American, but where in South America, I do not know. Do you want to go first? I'm
stuck.
I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to just say, like when you said it mentions Cuba, it kind of reminds me of Cuba. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
feels like if I was watching a film, it would.
Fast and Furious.
See all
Fast
the
and
old,
Furious.
the old like cars
If
that have
Dom
all been put
Toretto-
together, and
If Dom
whatever.
Toretto
and-
was,
yeah.
at some Cuban nightclub, that would
this
be
is what would
playing.
be playing. Yeah.
But I think I've got second dibs on that. So
No. I don't think I'm gonna go Cuba. So.
okay,
If you're saying no, you take it.
all right, I'll take it.
You take those.
Take it. Take
Take
Cuba. Okay, let me have a quick look at this map. Maddie, any thoughts? Watch this. I know what she's going to say. I thought you were going to say no. Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
That was my second guess.
That was
I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
that was a second guess. Look, go ahead and lock in Bolivia.
Bolivia's been locked in.
It gives me
Okay.
it gives me like it gives me Bolivian vibes.
Can we?
All right.
Can I do a drum roll?
Yeah.
But going like.
Do you want me to reveal who's won or after the
don't
drum
know.
roll, or do you want me to go like?
This is the country.
I don't know.
I don't know. How do you want to do it? It's your show. Yeah, I'm just here.
Okay, I've got a good way to do this. It kind of sucks, but for somebody, but
Oh, he looked at me when he said that.
Diego unfortunately got it incorrect. These two over here, one of them is the correct answer.
Whoa. Okay.
Tim, congratulations. You've done it. You should have taken Cuba, bro.
Wow.
The advice is to never second guess yourself.
Yeah.
Diego's like, it has the word Cuba in it. Josh is like,
But I knew for some reason, as soon as you said that, I was like, he's not going to pick
I
Cuba.
should have smelt the sweat on you. that's the
That's why I
classic.
didn't sweat, because I knew you wouldn't pick it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
That's amazing. Well.
Wow.
Thank
the
you
third,
for
the
that.
third person
Yeah,
that's
that's
gotten it on the money.
No, that's good. It does feel very Cuban to me.
It gives me island
Yeah,
vibes.
it's like you said. Like, I was originally going to pick something like Guatemala or something like that, but I couldn't find a good song from there. Like, not like
Ouch, Guatemala.
like one that had lyrics in it. Unfortunately,
yeah, okay.
like, so I was like, oh, I'll go with Cuba, and I like heard this, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
So good.
It's
I
really
need
good.
these tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good music from all around the world. guys.
Maybe in post we will name drop the tracks now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have to do it in post. I've got them written down.
Oh, okay. Well, that works too. Well,
Maybe in present,
Yeah, in present.
we can do it.
Congratulations.
So that first one from Madagascar was by an artist named. So I think that like it was the song title was Odi Odi, and then in brackets, Sai or C.
so I don't speak Madagascar.
Yeah, I don't know either. But C Mentsi Mandraso. Wait,
Mandroso.
Yeah, and it was by a guy named Sucker Dit the King,
Hell yeah.
which is such an
It's
awesome
a great
name.
name.
That second one was by a Dutch woman named Mado.
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 Madou.
And the song was called Witty Nachten. I pretty much pronounced that incorrectly, but
Nachten is
Witte and then Nachten like Nachten.
Yeah.
And then that song was by a band called Grupo Monumental, and it was called a Mission Caridad.
There you go.
So good.
All bangers. Go check them out.
Yeah.
Wow, whole bangers. 3 bangers. 3 hot ones, hey?
3 hot ones. And you got a total like 6 points, which I think is probably the highest anyone's ever got in this game.
It might be the best.
Yeah.
You didn't get any zeros, which
and I
is
was
so
actually
impressive.
trying to dumb it down.
That's what happens when you're the oldest person we've had on the podcast. Yeah.
Absolutely. 67, a lot of
But
years.
why?
It's a lot of years.
But wise knowledge. Yeah. Anyway, that's the podcast.
Wow.
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking it out.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
Love
spreading
the plug.
positivity and good vibes and good teeth.
We love good vibes, good teeth.
Thank you, S.MILES.
And the way we like to end our podcast is a wise word of wisdom from the other person. Not that you haven't given any this episode anyway. Like we've been overwhelmed with wise words of wisdom, so it's a tough one to let you choose. But and then we're gonna play some music off this speaker, some dance music. We're gonna dance out the outro.
Okay. Or what haven't I said?
Yeah, exactly.
I think when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. That's an original S.MILES.
So I haven't actually gotten this connected yet.
Oh, that's all right. Have you got any more? Any more we can just rattle
Oh,
on?
yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know. Live, laugh, love.
That's a good one.
You know,
Boy, did we laugh.
Today is a gift. That's why we call it the present.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Love that lyric. One of my favorite S.MILES lyrics.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just listing lyrics. Yeah.
Tomorrow's a mystery. No, wait, is this lyric right? What's the... Today's a mystery, so
no.
tomorrow is history? I don't know.
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why we call it the present.
There we go. We got
Master
that.
Oogway, Kung Fu Panda.
That's where we get most of the advice from.
So I'm going to level with you. The speaker is not connecting, but it's okay. I can just play it
off the
out
laptop.
of the
Right.
laptop.
How good is post-production?
Yeah, no worries.
You got no idea. Okay. Where is the outro?
Oh,
song?
God.
I found it.
We got all right. Play that funky music.
All right, and we dance in our seats.
As so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to everybody for listening to this latest episode of the Plug Podcast, featuring very special guest S.Miles. We loved having a laugh with you, Mr. S. It was such a good episode, such fun talking about that album, Dancing for Mental Health by Will Powers. Such excellent stuff. Thank you to Pro Podcast for letting us use their space. It's a really nice, really cool place. Go follow them on Instagram at Pro Podcast Production. Follow us on Instagram at itstheplug_. Follow us on TikTok at plugtalk with a 0 and an underscore at the end as well. Facebook group, like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you're not watching this on YouTube. Go give us money for the Patreon. So there's a bunch of post shows you can listen to there. And yeah, so next week in 2 weeks, we have a very special guest, Brie Vane from the band Heterochromia, or you might know her from her photography, is coming on to talk all about her new project. So look out for that. All right, I'm going to go eat some lunch. See you later, guys.